This is Spiritual Saturdays, and today's content is from religionnews.com. So we are going to be looking at yet another product that is on the market that combines Christianity and it looks like the occult. Okay, this was something else that I had heard about along with in some people's videos on YouTube, along with the spirit board. They talked about the tarot would appear to be like a tarot card setup, but allegedly Christian. They also spoke of an Uno. It looked like an Uno card situation, but allegedly Christian. I don't remember the name, so what I just did is kind of Googled it. So in the previous episode, we talked about the Holy Spirit board by Holy Spirit Games. So this one is called the Contemplative Tarot, okay? And its creator, I believe her name is Brittany Mueller. It says Brittany Mueller combines Christianity and the cards in the Contemplative Tarot. The Contemplative Tarot explains the history of tarot and gives some examples of how Christians can incorporate the cards into their spiritual, emphasis on spiritual practice. Okay. Now, this article was published last year, September 13th, and it was by Emily McFarland Miller. Okay. All right. So Brittany Mueller didn't intend to invite Christianity back into her life then when she began to use her tarot cards as part of her spiritual practice nearly a decade ago. As a teenager and a faithful Catholic, she had even been told that using the cards could invite evil spirits. But after leaving college, where she said her faith had become a casualty of the same doubts people have wrestled with for thousands of years, Mueller found in tarot the ritual and reflection she missed in religion. Eventually, she found her way back to Christianity and the cards turned out to be, she writes in her new book, The Contemplative Tarot, a Christian guide to the cards, a natural pair. Mueller, now 32, hopes to grant readers the same permission. Now she's granting permission, not God, who you're supposed to be praising and worshiping. She grants the permission to herself to incorporate new spiritual beliefs and practices into old beliefs. She's quoted to say, "I think a lot of Christians and people who grew up in Christianity are interested in new spiritual practices." I keep saying that same word, and I use it because this is Spiritual Saturday, but and I think that tarot can be a little bit scary to people because of its association with the occult, she said. "I hope this book makes people feel like this is a safe thing to explore." The Contemplative Tarot explains the history of tarot and includes short reflections on the Christian imagery and themes of each of the 78 cards in a tarot deck, accompanied by a Bible verse. Oh my God. Accompanied by a Bible verse and questions for further exploration. Let me read that again. The Contemplative Tarot explains the history of tarot and includes short reflections on the Christian imagery. They didn't put Christian imagery on the cards and themes of 78 cards of that. 78 cards in a tarot deck, and they had put some Bible verses on it. See, do we see a theme here with the Holy Spirit board? Do we see it? Okay. To make it seem legit. Okay. Mueller spoke to Religion News Service about how she uses the cards and what she tells fellow Christians with their concerns about the practice. Oh my God. She goes on to say that it was a very humbling experience Catholicism can be very dogmatic, and I was taught that tarot was an occult tool and just not something you wanted to mess with. During a time in which I was not interested in going to church or reading the Bible or talking to a priest or a minister, I was pulling tarot cards every day that really reflected a surprisingly Christian worldview. Okay, now right out the gate, you have to read the Bible. You have to read the Bible. You have to read it. It is from God, inspired by God. So if you have no interest in reading the Bible, you have no interest in the other things that go along with it, and all you want to do is touch these cards, what do you think that may mean? I'll wait. You don't want to read it. You don't want no part of it. I'm not interested. So you're not following who you say you're following. This it can't get any more clearer to me, but okay, so they say there are tarot cards named after Christian virtues like justice and temperance. There are tarot cards that are based around biblical ideals like judgment or the devil. So tarot led me back to Christianity. So she believes that she was led back to it, but you don't want to even open up the Bible. Okay, he gave me a space to sort. It gave me a space to sort out, re-engage with faith and with Christian ideals in a way that felt safe to me that the institutional church did not. In the process of writing the book, I did a lot of research that involved a lot of theology. Okay. I read a lot of other documents. Okay. I read the writings of saints. I read the lives of the saints. It helped me admit to myself that I really missed the faith of my childhood. It helped me admit to myself that I'm really even though I don't love everything about the Catholic Church, and I don't always feel super comfortable about being Catholic, I also feel like that's okay. I can be Catholic and not always feel comfortable in it, but there is still a place for me in the church. Okay, now you can feel however you want to feel about certain, actual religions, getting into Catholicism, Baptist, Presbyterian, Pentecost. It's so many different walks of faith with the names, okay, and the categories. Okay, I get that. Now that I get it. I understand where she's coming from on that. But when you don't even want to open up the Bible, this says volumes. Okay, you don't want to read it. She's reading about the saints, and she's reading about this, and she's reading about that. But when you don't even want to read that Bible, that is actually the blueprint, so to speak. Some people have the blueprint. Some people have said it's the love letter to humankind. Then that's where you need to really be focusing your attention at, as to why you don't want to do that, why you're not doing it. Okay, what does tarot have, as you say in the book, a bad reputation? This was one of the questions they asked in your interview. Tarot originated in the Renaissance Italy as a card game for Italian nobles. I didn't know that, and had no association with the occult. Okay, so through this particular article, you'll see the word spiritual, okay, which I said I used for this, Spiritual Saturdays, but also safe. Another S word, and maybe we should add Satan in there too. Safe, spiritual, safe. Okay. It wasn't used for divination or fortune telling. It was just a card game. So this is another thing that you will see when people talk about things that are deeply rooted in the occult, that it's just this, it's just a concert, it's just a song, it's just a movie, it's just this, it's just that. You see the theme here. They'll often